IVM.
There's a quick survey to fill out on ivmpodcast.com/survey. It lets us know a little bit more about who's listening to us. And you know what? We're going to do a few prizes. So, we'll do a random drawing of maybe 10 people and we'll send you all some swag. Remember, that's ivmpodcast.com/survey where you can fill out the survey.
All right, good to have you two back, Karthik Iyer, Shivram Parmeshwaran, and all the millions of listeners of this podcast. This is going to be a banging
millions. Always the echo is needed.
Yeah, I thought it was a sound issue, but no, it wasn't. The echo is for real. How you been, Iyer, man? How you been?
Very well, very well. Very busy with cricket, but very well.
It looks like Steven Bergwijn.
Yesterday it was
and Rudiger. No, Rudiger and Steven Bergwijn.
He was looking like Bergwijn a couple of episodes ago. Now he's looking like Rudiger.
Yeah.
As long as you don't look like Dele Alli, who's not getting a chance in the Everton team, he should be fine.
You wouldn't know how it looks like, right? So.
Grealish signed with Gucci and all, Karthik, for some $26 million. For every listener, he gets a rupee or something.
A unique deal and all that. I didn't read the article. So why are they saying it's a first of its kind?
It's the most money for a footballer ever, I think.
For an average footballer, it's the first of its kind.
Ronaldo, Messi? Wow.
More than them.
No, for an average footballer, it's one of its kind.
Ronaldo, Messi, fine. I would have definitely assumed David Beckham would have had one. Maybe post his play.
Inflation didn't count.
So I saw the ping on the chat. And I just read the title and I said, there must be some logic behind it. It's not like people are just going to make a meme of it. I said, maybe it's got a bad performance. He might go to Inter and Lautaro Martinez will come here. And the fact that because Gucci must be in Milan. Then I realized it's in Florence. I said, Fiorentina is definitely not bloody going to buy Grealish. So
you just want to talk about the fact that you went to Italy. Just lead with it instead of telling us all the places that you visited.
I haven't been to Italy, to be very honest.
बाहर से देखा था.
मैप पे देखा था.
कहाँ गए थे तुम? बार्सिलोना गए थे?
I went to Barcelona. I went to a lot of places in France.
In hope of victory.
My stay was welcome, man, as opposed to Pochettino's or Messi's. I had a wonderful stay. People were nice to me. Almost all of them.
Did you score though?
No.
Navika, are you listening?
No. There is a very nice place in France where you can.
You should just left it on the laugh.
I thought it could be an educative podcast as well, since the entertainment is thrown out of the window a long time ago.
Kuch seekh hi lege isi bahane.
No, but what we have continued is the culture of taking breaks, which we will, and then we'll come on the other side. And Iyer, I'll tell you why Shivram is all chirpy today. Okay, after the break.
Have you ever wondered where the business world is headed? How the ways in which we create, market and sell to consumers will evolve? Or if we'll ever go back to wearing pants while working? For answers to all of this and more, tune into Advertising is Dead with me, Varun Dugirala. Every Tuesday, as I talk to entrepreneurs, leaders and change makers from across business, media, marketing and beyond. You can catch all episodes of Advertising is Dead on the IVM Podcast website, app or wherever you get your podcast from.
So he had a lot of mean things to talk to me when we were rescheduling this podcast and before we kind of...
Let me clarify. I don't talk to you.
It's the only... I know. And out of the blue, the only time you spoke to me and you were mean, and I know because you're happy. I remember Shivram said this rule, we'll not talk about the clubs who are in the top four, but we will talk about Arsenal because it's out of the top four now and he's happy he's going to get a stage.
Oh. They're out. They haven't played. Okay.
They're out. Games in hand. We had a long set of games in hand. It doesn't matter and all of that.
But it's tonight. The game in hand is tonight. We're still in the game week.
Tottenham! Yes!
Wow. This is live reactions from the Spurs Stadium. Brought to you by Rudiger.
That was one match you should have seen, or at least a result you should have known. I'm guessing it's because the Boria Majumdar is not doing IPL stuff, so all other journalists are getting a lot more to do. So you don't have the kind of time to invest watching football. You talk about the Spurs game. I didn't see the Spurs game for obvious reasons because Spurs were playing. But they scored a lot of goals.
Newcastle. What do you even like? What is there to discuss? They were relegation fodder until very recently. They have a lot of money being pumped in. They're playing John Joe Shelby ahead of their multi-million-dollar buy Bruno Guimaraes. So I mean, there's not much to watch. I mean, isn't Trippier also injured? So let's not make much of it. I think it's still the Spurs are on a great run. I think 4 out of the last 5.
Trippier missed out on playing his former club, basically. Yeah, that would have been nice. Maybe it wouldn't have been 5-1 then, because Trippier has been good every time he's played for Newcastle.
Has Joelinton already been playing in the back four now? Or is it in the
No, it's not a demotion. You don't have to play in every. It's not a libero in volleyball. You don't go through every position.
that would be awesome, right? Like Joelinton started there, then he keeps going back and back and back, and then he's the goalkeeper finally. The final boss.
Son did that. No, Son did that. He started like left wing, and then eventually when they switched, what's his face, Romero, and then he basically had to play left back. Talking about left backs, isn't Sancho left back?
He was
left back in England for the World Cup. It's a huge build-up.
Sancho had a very good game, man. He's gonna get the next Gucci brand ambassadorship.
Gucci boot he'll get.
Yeah.
Gucci
talk about fashion. I think you have the title of the episode, Sapre.
Oh.
Yeah.
So Golmaal.
Spurs had 5 different goal scorers, and that's where we end talking about.
And none
Spurs.
of them was Kane.
Yeah. None of them was Kane.
You're not going to continue with that he's hurt or something. He played. Kane played.
No, he played. He played. He was very critical to their win. But the fact that at one point in time, Doherty passed to Romero to score the goal. So I think that should tell you a lot about what happened in the game. They were both in the box. So wing back to wing back, and then he did like a random touch, and Dubravka was already on his way to Prague, and then it just went in. So I mean, let's move forward. That is not even
Brentford, the most heartwarming story, the best result I think of the weekend.
Hey, you shut up. First of all, you're his biggest detractor. My God, what a switch! Are you running for elections anytime soon in Punjab?
Good for him that he scored. Good for him because there are still rumors that he may not continue at Brentford. So my hope is, my initial hope was Brentford to get relegated, and he doesn't have to even change homes. He can just join another club in West London next season in the Premier League. Now that Brentford are going to stay up, he can still switch. Come to Fulham. We'll pay you much more than we do Brentford.
Fulham
we don't have that
coming.
many Danish buys or whatever. I mean, this has been confirmed since the season started, Shivram.
Oh, which season is this?
this isn't like at the start of next season. Something is confirmed. No, not
I'm
yet.
not trash talking.
Mathematically, not yet. Those Venky boys are still there who can.
Blackburn Rovers is still owned by Venky.
You're not supporting an Indian team who could qualify. You're supporting wow, man.
British team. They had pizza. This one is chicken. He went to the pizza. What's wrong with that?
Match the two of them together.
No, but how did that happen? I saw the highlights of that game, and Chelsea played well, and they scored first. And that it should have been a procession. I don't know.
Rudiger was leading that procession. He scored from like 60 yards or 90 yards. Every time someone tweets, it becomes like 50 more yards.
They ran so hard. They ran so much. They got tired, and then
then he watched the 4 goals behind him. It was amazing to watch them score. Everything they were touching was going in. It was brilliant. It was one of those days. Lovely football.
Brentford tweet out saying, "Are we world champions now?"
Yeah,
they are, right? Because they beat the world champions.
Yeah, absolute trash talking. And they also said, "We don't know who Chelsea's owner is, but now we know that Brentford owns Chelsea." They also tweeted that out.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I full marks to the. Apparently, the word on the street, which is also Twitter, is that the upheaval internally is causing all the players to lose focus. I think that's like a hindsight reason. कि अरे एक ओनर कौन है मेरे को मालूम ही नहीं पड़ रहा खेलूंगा कैसे ऐसे थोड़ा ना होता है मतलब you still do what you have to do.
Lukaku knew this would happen from September. That is why he's not been playing well. He has intuitions. He knew. He's been troubled.
But I'm happy Brentford won. Let's not take it away from them. Finally, like, have you seen Tony's videos where he's just embarrassed to talk about the club that he plays for?
Finally, Tony's videos.
Yeah, no, but you should see his videos. He
Like
tracks
9 gags and all.
every time an international break happens, Shivram, he goes somewhere. He gives an interview. I don't even know where he goes. I think in the Caribbean it was the last time.
Local meat shop he goes.
And he'll be trashing Brentford like it's the shittiest place to stay. The club is he keeps doing this.
That is a funny.
Like he was asked. Somebody asked him, "What do you do?" He's a professional football player. Which club do you play for? Not very exciting. That's his last.
Wow.
Yeah. So finally, he has something.
I've never heard about this. This is like brand new information to me. That is spectacular. I'm just gonna go look it up right after we finish this.
We should do that. I want to talk about the Salah light disco.
Wait,
incident.
before that, can we talk about the celebration watch? Wolves versus Aston Villa both played each other, and both of them are against Arsenal celebrating. And Ashley Young again didn't get the opportunity to celebrate. So
Ashley got an own goal.
Yeah, I mean, he could have celebrated if he wanted to, but he didn't. In respect to football in general, but I mean that was the celebration police game, which was not exciting at all. Super boring. Don't watch Wolves if they ever play any game. Just switch it off. Delete your TV. After Traore is gone, like there's not even like anything fun. Like at least there'll be like baby oil on the pitch, and he's running, he's slipping, and then doing some things before he gives the ball away or hits the post. He very consistently used to hit the post, but now even that's gone. Who wants to watch Podence? It's hard to find him on the field half the time.
So it's happening. Look, Burnley are finally going to get relegated where they are, unless Everton miraculously fall in the bottom three. Otherwise, Burnley is gone. So one boring football team is away. Then hopefully,
but you say that, but Everton are within their grasp, right? And Everton lost again this weekend to West Ham. It was.
Yeah, but that's not a bad team to lose to.
Yeah, but just 4 points ahead. Burnley are there. I mean, Everton are in a mess at this point.
No, I mean, are you surprised that a team managed by Lampard is in the doldrums? We've been there before.
Yeah, Benitez, then Lampard. Wow. Okay.
That's terrible.
Hard life. What is Donny van de Beek doing there? Is he
got injured before the game.
Yeah, and then he gave a ridiculous statement. We should all take responsibility. Basically, what he used to say to United, he's just now going back to his notes, saying the same stuff.
Yeah, United has improved supremely after Van de Beek. The issue left.
No, he wasn't the issue.
Yeah,
what is?
I think we were fooled by Van de Beek with that one season, which we only saw in the Champions League with Ajax. Multiple managers now don't seem to think that he's, including Frank Lampard, don't seem to think he's very good. So I'm guessing Van de Beek
isn't Van de Beek a very Frank Lampard type player?
What is a Frank Lampard player?
That doesn't mean anything. He's doing what people do. So what you said, like that is a statement from a group discussion we used to give in college. He's asked a question who's also sitting in the group discussion. Like, can you go back to the previous slide? And that wala question it is. Don't answer. Don't dignify it with the response. This is
Okay. We'll speak about Salah. I want to talk about the Salah incident. I didn't watch the matches. But I saw the whole incident and video views and all of that. Now, I don't understand two things. One is Senegal just beat Egypt just like a few weeks ago.
AFCON, yeah.
At AFCON. They're playing again a crucial match. Firstly, why are they so hard on Salah? Especially when you've beaten him recently and he didn't perform or whatever. And second is, and this is a parallel I'm kind of drawing because Egypt is also a developing nation, so is India. And when you play cricket or football in India, there's all sorts of traffic lights and torch. And if you played if you played night box, no, I'm saying I may know because I have been in Bombay at a younger age than you have. These night box cricket tournaments or volleyball tournaments, all this shithousery happens, right? I'm sure in Egypt also same shit happened. What happened suddenly? Just one damn laser in your eye and. Why is
that?
It
is an
such
excuse.
A
That is an
excuse.
excuse.
An excuse.
Yeah. He missed a penalty fair and square. There's no going back. And the funniest thing that came out of the news was that apparently Liverpool were going to hold a celebration for Sadio Mane, who unselfishly, contrary to the other person in the same discussion, has said no, as respect to the other person who's also here and anyway doesn't pass. Let's not do this. Maybe after this you give me some cake or something. But I don't think Salah has anything to stand on. He missed a penalty. I mean, the crowd did. I'm sure the Egyptians also did that to Senegal. So it's okay. I mean, it's fine. It's part of football. Deal with it.
Is this like how South American countries have these massive rivalries and like East European countries have?
Actually, the rivalry, between Egypt and Senegal is not there. The game between Nigeria and Ghana.
Nigeria and Ghana. Yeah. He ran after the players, man. Everyone came down because Nigeria had to run.
That is a rivalry. I mean, Egypt. The thing, I think it just built up from the AFCON final, and then Egypt apparently they weren't the fans weren't at their best when they played the initial match in Egypt. That I think they won 1-0 there, and then when they came to Senegal, it was just repaying the favor. I am with Siva there. I don't mind the lasers. Salah should be able to score penalties.
He knows where the goal is, man.
Yeah, without anything in his.
The goal is still there.
It was an awful penalty shootout. Like the first 4 or 5 missed. So maybe there is something there. It wasn't just Salah. It was all players. And for the second time in a couple of months, Mane has hit a defining goal for Senegal. Like first to win AFCON, the penalty, and now a penalty to take them to the World Cup. Yeah, so that's fantastic. Fantastic for Mane.
Any comment on the groupings of the World Cup?
Do we have a grouping death? Has anyone paid attention?
There is apparently
US,
no
UK, Iran. Literally the group. This is US, UK, and Iran in the same team, group. So
yeah.
Really?
UK is multiple countries.
England.
And either Scotland, Wales, or Ukraine. One of the three will join them whenever they decide to play their matches. I don't know. I'm just shocked that the World Cup is without Italy. Yeah, that is my heartbreak.
But they weren't in the World Cup in 20.
Yeah, they weren't there last
18
time.
Also,
Yeah, they weren't there last time. They have not won a group stage match since they won the World Cup in 2006.
Oh my God, that was really funny. I saw this tweet which said, "How are Ukraine playing in the World Cup?" I thought they were busy.
It is going to be, I think, a challenge. But I don't know. I'm not exactly sure why they have cancelled this. Most of the players who play for Ukraine live abroad. Most of them. So I do not. The people are saying that there wasn't. I mean, someone put out a list saying that there are very few Ukraine-based players, and most of them have already relocated much before. Maybe their mind frame is not there, etc., etc. So I hope they get it completed at least for the World Cup's sake in June, and it's not like a walkover type scenario once again.
But they'll have to go back to their country, right, to practice with the squad, etc. But
I think this is
a while from now.
Great. That's a great discussion,
right?
Yeah. Just skip it.
Woohoo! Yeah, we just goes
Sapre is trying to do everything to avoid Manchester United 1, Leicester City 1. He has been.
Yeah, what happened?
Manchester United won.
2-1.
Manchester United won. That's the story. They won. Manchester. Okay.
1 point. Yes, that is the story. Yes.
Basically, the only team fighting for the top 4 who didn't win this weekend. I mean, it's done.
Not for anything. Yeah.
Yeah. There is no Champions League ad next year, right? Like I'm guessing it's between Spurs and Arsenal.
Yeah. Spurs and Arsenal. It'll come down to the North London derby as the decider, I think, where the teams are going.
Fun.
Yeah, because apparently Chelsea also doesn't know how to play.
So 4th place is the North London derby. Next week is Liverpool City. It's a 1 point gap or 2 point gap now.
So that's this weekend.
This week. Finally, the Super Sunday ad can get momentum. Finally. We waited for a long time for Ranveer Singh to stop being annoying.
I think he's big match. Their ad has been done. He's left.
The time to bring it back then. Come on.
Yeah, finally. Sir, CTR aayega sir. Abhi aap chalaoge to.
Spoken like a true Geo Savanite.
Totally, man. I should reach out to them tomorrow. Big match, man. Crucial match. What are your predictions? They both playing so well.
City.
Lovely. So all of us are on the same page.
Salah's going to be pissed off, right? So I don't think Salah's the type who channels his anger into brilliant performances.
A lot of
people. We Arsenal angered him that one time, remember? And he scored some goals. My God, let's not get into angry people.
Then maybe because all of you have said City, I'll change mine to Liverpool. If you're
then I'll mess with him and I'll also change it to Liverpool. Now what you'll do?
Liverpool to win 2-1.
No. I think KDB will score a hat-trick is what will happen.
Oh, wow. Yeah, my money's on Sterling, though.
Nice.
like everybody else.
Money is on Sterling. It is so poetic.
We'll take a break. We'll not have FPL also because Shivram would have had a thing or two to say to Salah. Like a lot of 60% ownership, most captain player.
Wow, once you get like more than 60 points, you do all the reading up.
Total! I'm in the top 150 and there's one more match.
I'm like 42, so relax.
Where were you?
I still have 3 players to play.
Where were you 4 weeks ago?
I was 80 something.
Okay, so dude, I was in the top 150. Where are you, man? Where are you?
Good save.
Let's take a break. I don't have anything to talk about on the other side of the break, but let me take a break.
I think that's the entire podcast. That's our plan. We don't know what's on this podcast, but let's take a break. Let's see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll play by ear.
Don't you think that if everyone around you is getting smart, you better be smarter? Hey there, I'm the traveling professor Siddharth Deshmukh and I'm back with season 2 of my podcast to make you smarter. Smarter with Sid. What's this season's focus about? Well, it's about 10-minute nuggets that will make you stand out at work. It's time to go from smart to smarter. Tune in every Tuesday and Thursday and become smarter with Sid.
Ronaldo is finding excuses. I had said that he went to Portugal. He's sick. And then Rangnick said that Lingard started to vomit mid-match, so we couldn't bring him on.
This is amazing.
It's getting out of hand now.
I remember
people don't want to play so much for this club that then in halftime they just put a finger in their throat and are like, no, boss, don't do this.
Phil Jones is injured again.
Sanskrit ka homework used to be due. And I used to shit my pants thinking what will happen and next time I'll get the tightest slap. And then I started skipping Sanskrit class altogether. This feels exactly like that. They get slapped around every week and then Sapre comes to try and defend them. And then Maguire runs around like a headless chicken and then we go back to this podcast. This is your life, Sapre.
What will I defend? Cavani played 2 matches. Second match he got injured.
Interesting.
Second match. 24th minute, he realized she'd have to go back and play for that club. The calf mein pain is what I thought. So, it's shameful, man. So,
Ten Hag is done apparently.
No, dude.
He signed or what?
No, I mean, again, rumors.
Then he's done.
On the
If he
street.
signed for United, then he's done.
There are people who are making logical arguments on why he will become the manager and not Pochettino. And it just proves how delusional United fans are, because exactly the opposite of that is going to happen. Firstly, they said Ten Hag is a far better manager. He's won stuff.
What's his first name? Ben?
Eric.
Achha, okay. Ben
Should have been. So he's a far more of an achiever than Poch is, which goes against United cultures because we don't care about people who achieve. We got Ole, right, etc.
You want the thereabouts. You want the thereabouts.
Then they say that, but his buyout clause is 1.6 million as opposed to Pochettino, which is some 17 million. Therefore, Eric Ten Hag makes sense, which is also ridiculous because we spend.
Sapre, what is your buyout clause? What is your buyout clause?
I come for free, man. I mean, I'll pay you.
Harry, you have to put money, otherwise people will think free man, nothing will get. You have to put
I'll
premium. How you saw Maguire, 80 million you bought for him. You thought it'll be good.
He had at least one good video, right? We've been recording for the past 2 years. Not a single
piano
good video.
कब से फट रहा है, अभी तक बज ही रहा है. People are asking on the group if Alexis Sanchez is still playing. That is how bad it is. The moment
embarrassing question.
Arsenal,
embarrassing. Whoever asked that question should be embarrassed with themselves. Whoever asked that question.
Quality. He got three goals also this season.
Oh wow, that's equal to Messi. He's equal Messi's record.
Ex-Barca teammate, same level.
From Udinese to Barca, what a story.
Two great clubs also. Anyhow, last but not the least, Champions League finally is on. There's a lot of football, not a lot of breaks, which is great, and that's like for the next 6 months.
Madrid is going to thrash Chelsea's happiness this week.
This week, nice.
Isn't it this week?
Yes. First week of April. Yes.
How can you forget? I thought that is the biggest thing. Madrid is going to hammer Chelsea into the ground. Okay, twice. Okay, Benzema missed a penalty and still they won over the weekend 2-1, I think.
Yeah, they scored 2 more penalties only. It wasn't like they scored any great
But
goals.
what did I say? I said they missed the penalty. Did I get
Doesn't
into detail?
No, but doesn't the City, ex-City, what was his name for Aspas or Paspas?
Yeah,
He
go
plays
Aspas.
He plays for Celta Vigo. He said something. The referee basically just gave away the match to Madrid. He just wanted to.
No,
see
two of them at least were absolutely penalties. The third one, okay, you can make an argument, but yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
I mean, as a United fan, what do you have to stand on?
No, I'm happy Benzema scored, but
And I think Thiago Aspas, ex-Liverpool player.
Ex-Liverpool player, yeah, not Chelsea, yeah.
No, I thought
He
City
was
player.
in the Garcia time.
No, Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
Top team.
Barry Aspas. Barcelona are playing brilliantly. They're second in the table.
That's because Sevilla got one point out of the last 5 matches they played.
Yeah, Sevilla, they lost players ever since AFCON. It's been Lopetegui is doing Lopetegui things. So
he also wants to come to
not
United, I guess.
Lopetegui was Barcelona manager, na, at some point in time.
Madrid.
Yeah, Madrid. Real
No,
Madrid.
And
Spain.
Spain.
He got Spain
Did he go
national.
to Spain and said, I want to be, and then he got sacked from both
He
places.
got kicked out because Madrid announced him
him.
just before the World Cup.
World Cup, yeah, I remember
Spain
that.
said, take a hike.
Yeah,
Go
nice,
to Madrid
nice.
now, and then few months later, Madrid also said, thank you very much.
Yeah,
but
take
he's
a
been
hike,
doing well with Sevilla. But Barcelona, exciting for at least next season, if not this.
Where were Barcelona when Xavi came in?
Around 6th or 7th. No. So they'll do fine. I mean, he's also what has also happened is the initial Adama phase has, I think, phased out. So
Nice.
now it looks like Adama at the end of his loan, they're going to make him Bulls' problem once again. But Barcelona they have a very good squad otherwise.
Pedri is brilliant.
Yeah, man.
He should leave for a better club soon.
They're
But
back.
he's one of those
Barca are back.
La Masia thing, na?
No, I think Pedri is not really.
Valencia.
He's the one who went to Real Madrid. Real Madrid told him, "नहीं तू बहुत छोटा है, यहाँ पे नहीं खेल सकता." And
the Podence level.
Yeah, something like that. So
तो Galactico बनेगा.
push up.
अरे push up से याद आया. Ayer, we spoke about the international break, and I think you may not have started, but I'm sure like every nice comment you go and say yes to or like a thumbs up to WhatsApp, if you don't know what that is. But you praised the Bale goals. I think he scored 2 on the international break.
yeah.
Spanish media is calling him a parasite.
Hmm.
I think that's a little harsh, don't you think?
I mean, it's an Oscar-winning film. He can maybe take it as a compliment if he wants. But I mean, it's just so stupid. Yeah, that type of journalism is stupid.
वैसा गंदा सवाल, वैसा गंदा जवाब.
I'm amazed that Bale, after so many months, can just come in and do what he does.
He didn't come on time, by the way. He didn't come on time. In the second half, he and some other player came out late. So he's again booed for that.
So reparking the Ferrari, it takes time.
They
They make those announcements now in the stadium. The one with the red Ferrari, please move it away from the popcorn stand.
So he was called a parasite before this nonsense that he did in the second half. I think the amount of shit he's gotten from the media in Spain, now he just wants to finger them. So he'll say, what more can I do for them to write stuff about me? Anyways, I'm going to
ठीक है, any PR is good PR बोला तो है किसी ने बड़े आदमी ने तो फिर सही बोला होगा ले लो.
But yeah.
No one's writing about Messi anyway. You put like 5 months and put one goal icon to make it look like a tweet these days.
He got a goal over the weekend, didn't he?
Yeah, his third goal of the season, which is what we saw.
Yeah, what I said.
Was a winner, man. So kudos to him. So that's all. In
a 5-1 victory, which exactly is the winner? Maybe we should ask Stephen Bergwijn. Oh, nice. Lastly, but that is
Bharatanatyam. Whatever Sapre did is not Dele Alli. It's Billy Ali.
I think lastly, Sapre, before you leave, from Football Shootball, shout out to Louis van Gaal. He's been diagnosed with cancer. Unfortunately, he's managing the Netherlands still. I think he's going to continue. So, best wishes.
He's been struggling with it for a while, from what I heard.
So, recover well. I mean, he's a character. He's an unforgettable character.
Yeah.
Super.
Didn't he manage the Australian team at some point in time? Oh, no, South Korea in 2002.
That is Gus Hiddink. I can tell why you will...
I'm the Dutch manager.
Oh, that is good hitting. Sorry.
They do
My
look
bad.
very similar, sound very similar.
Yeah.
Everything is.
Yeah, I remember now. Yeah. Different.
No, Louis Van Gaal is crazier, I feel. But so all the best, Mr. Van Gaal.
Is Goose hitting up to? Is he alive? I hope he is.
I don't think you should say that loud before you Google is Goose hitting alive.
I asked is. I have seen that when there's a question mark at the end, you've been forgiven for anything you can say.
ठीक है.
So
Is this
वो रहा-
podcast ending?
ये रहा episode. We'll see you next week, and we'll talk more about
Passion.
Fashion का है ये जलवा, like Iyer is. See you guys next week. Bye.
So if you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on our social media handles. We are at IVM Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to reach out to me, I'm Fickleberry Hun on Twitter and Instagram. That's Huckleberry Finn, but Fickle.
If you want to reach out to me, I am Sapre on Twitter and G Sapre on Instagram.
You can reach out to me at iRant, which is IYERANT on Twitter and Instagram. This is Football Shootball. Recognize.
Hey, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On This Round is on me, Gauri is joined by none other than Vidya Balan, who talks about her debut Bengali film, her love for acting, and her journey as an actor so far. Speaking of Gauri Devidyal, she sits in for Varun on Think Fast with Suchita this week. Gauri, as you know, besides being an avid podcaster, is a restaurant and co-founder of Food Matters. She discusses everything that has happening in the F&B space and how the pandemic has affected their business. Tune in to Say No to Drama as Chetna is here to tell us all about what we need to remember and avoid when we embark on a new journey. Mahek and Harshit from All Things Policy talk about the Indian government promoting traditional medicines like Coronel and Giloy and how we can take a scientific approach to traditional medicine. And on The Longest Constitution, Priya talks about Indian MPs and their salaries, women's labor, tensions over commercial surrogacy, and a whole lot more. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. Also, don't forget to rate us on any platform that you might be listening to us. You can also check us out on YouTube. We have a webpage, ivmpodcast.com/YouTube, where a list of all our channels are. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors this week, SBI Life Insurance, Bank of Baroda, India Water Portal, and Max Life Insurance. Thank you so much for making this possible.
We know you love fast food,
Fast fashion,
faster payment.
lightning fast internet speed.
Then why not fast information?
On Think Fast, where we discuss the latest developments in the world of technology, business, marketing, pop culture.
With a side of sarcasm and my dad jokes, not just mine.
Not mine, Varun. My jokes are funny. So join me, guys, the funnier one, Suchita Salvan, co-founder of LBB.
And me, Varun Dugirala, the co-founder of The Glitch, as we think fast only on the IVM network.
Fresh episodes out every Monday.
On the IVM app, website, or wherever you get your podcast from.